How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be playing the games for World Series and trying to unlock the 30,000 XP points as well as the World Series reward, icon, badge, all of that good stuff. And that should give me around 80,000 stubs, give or take a few thousand or so. But to start this one off, Mike Trout is going deep. We're facing the 92 overall Nolan Ryan. First time facing this card, so Mike Trout goes deep in his first at-bat. Now he's in his second at-bat in the top of the third inning. And facing Nolan Ryan once again, a curveball low and away. I got under that one, smacked it. It was good, okay contact, but 95 off the bat, and we're playing at Laughing Mountain Field. So it does have the high elevation. That ball carried out for another solo shot. So Mike Trout has 2 homers in the game. We get Joey Gallo on first, a seeing eye single through the shift, and Josh Bell delivers with a 2-run shot there. I'm currently at about 830 something rating, so I'm going to have to win each and every one of these games in order to make it to World Series, in order to continue on with the streak, try and get some points. I need about 60 something points, so I probably will need to win 3 or 4 games. But able to get something going. We scored a few runs here in the third. It's a 4-0 game. I'm looking to tack on one more with the sac fly from Fernando Tatis. I didn't want to send both runners. I felt like I would have got thrown out. So I aimed with the left stick towards the third base runner and pressed X to send him home. But this is also Roy Oswalt's debut. I just recently got this card. You saw in the last video, if you watched to the end, I completed the first inning program, picked this card up, and so far he's been pitching great. Through 3 innings, bottom of the third inning, he starts to get hit around a little bit. Gives up a smashed double on a 12-6 curveball to Mike Trout, and that's going to score 2 runs. So it's a 5-2 game. Later on in the same inning, Matt Olson comes up to the plate, and I miss location with that fastball, and it is sent out near the bathroom, over out of the stadium for a 3-run homer for that Matt Olson. That card is really good. Later on in the game, he actually walked the bases loaded with Blake Snell. He brought in Blake Snell in relief, I believe. Yeah, because he had a different starter to start the game, and then he ended up walking the bases loaded, took him out, and this is kind of an interesting swing of events. We get something going. This is a play at the plate. Should have been a force out. Pudge, I believe, should be on home plate right there. Full extension with the stretch to make the play, and he's not even on the bag. Anyway, we score 1 run. I end up hitting into a double play with my pitcher, and then giving up a home run to Joey Gallo. The immortal, the signature series, the face of the franchise, you name it. Joey Gallo is an endgame card at this stage of the game, at least in my opinion, with 114 power, 112 power. Mike Trout also has 112 power. He hits 3 home runs in this game right here. Mike Trout goes 3 for 4 with 3 homers. Pablo Sanchez is right behind him with back-to-back solo shots and trying to expand the lead here. I mean, it's a 9-6 ball game, 8-6 ball game. We have Joey Gallo up at the plate, and he's going to add 1 more. So that is launched out for a solo shot as well, and that's a good squared-up line drive missile. The opponent actually quit right here. He lost connection, and I pressed X trying to fast forward through that home run, and we got the win there. So we move up back to about 850 something. Let's go ahead and hop into another game. We need about 2 or 3 more wins in a row in order to solidify World Series here. So we're facing a pretty good team. This guy is all over Corey Kluber throughout this point of the game. I know that was a cutter right down the middle. I missed my spot, and this guy had really good timing just on each and every pitch so far through these first 2 innings. I was kind of surprised. I knew it was going to be a tough game. He has Blake Snell on the mound, and Juan Soto is going lefty-lefty against Blake Snell. That card can be very difficult to control. I know the most recent patch kind of fixed pitching feedback and rewarded pitching feedback a little bit more, as well as walks per 9 and control is more of a factor. Pitchers are able to locate a little bit more, but this Blake Snell can be challenging to use. I have Corey Kluber on the mound. I feel like that's a big-time advantage. I'm lucky I didn't give up a grand slam on that hanging slurve. That was Willie Stargell, and that was hung right over the middle of the plate. That was an easy pitch for him to hit out. He does score 1 run and actually tied up the game in that last inning. But we have Pablo Sanchez up at the plate. He has a tie game for 1 pitch. Pablo Sanchez is going deep, and that's the thing about that Blake Snell is he has a lot of great pitches. All 4 of his pitches are very effective, but you can hang a pitch over the middle of the plate. We get back-to-back hanging sliders. We have Byron Buxton, who's ripping one into the gap with bases loaded, and that's going to clear the bases, a bases clearing triple. We go up 7-3, and I'm starting able to score a little bit more runs. I'm starting to hit more consistently on this difficulty. No, the game is not over. We still need to get these outs, and that is certainly not going to happen there. That ball stayed in the yard somehow, though. Willie Stargell smacks one out. Luckily, he didn't do that with the bases loaded. Anyway, this guy can get something going here in this inning. He already has a home run with Eddie Matthews. He sent one up the middle. That's going to tack on one more. So a 7-4 game. We need to, chip away at these outs here. I went to Blake Snell of my own, and he gives up a 2-run shot. So we don't give up the lead all the way, but it is a 7-6 ball game. We have Gleyber Torres coming up to the plate. I'm looking for a cutter outside facing Mariano Rivera. Depends on the hitter that I'm using. It depends on where this guy's been pitching me, but he had been going to the cutter away a good amount of times when he did have a pitcher with that pitch. He was throwing me away for the most part in general anyway, so I tried to key on that. I hit a 2-run shot with Gleyber, and that's going to be big because now we have a 3-run lead going into the 9th, and we get the strikeout, so that's going to put me at about 873 rating, and now we're going up against Kluber. I've used Kluber, so it was a game when I won, so that was good. That was this previous game. So now I need to use somebody else. I'm using Greg Maddux. So that way, if I win this game right here, I don't think I'll be quite at World Series level yet. I'm at 873, so I don't think I'm going to get 27 points for this win if I can pull it off as I give up a solo shot to Juan Soto in the first inning. It usually happens that way, but anyway, I'm trying to get something back here with Juan Soto of my own. I think I'm going to need 2 wins. And this game, I'll be able to use Greg Maddux. The next game, I plan on using Michael Kopech if everything goes well. So here we have Gleyber up. He hit the home run to give us a big-time lead in that last game. And here he's blooping one in, a very early, slightly rolled base hit against Corey Kluber now. So that's big. That's a 2-1 lead. He ties it up 2-2 and then smacks this one into the gap. He has Byron Buxton on first, who actually drove in the game tying run, a play at the plate. We get a perfect throw, and Byron Buxton gets gunned down. So Buxton to Tatis, 94 arm strength to 95, and just like that, Mike Trout is giving us the lead right back. The very next pitch, facing Corey Kluber in the top of the 6th inning. We have a 78 pitch count on him, so that's good. Now he's up at 96 pitches in the top of the 6th inning. So I'm trying to get that pitch count extended so that way I can get some of these weak hits to fall in. That's going to give us another run. 4-2, Gleyber Torres coming up clutch. Here he is up at the plate once again facing Mike Minor, and he delivers. So this card has really clutched up for me in these last 2 games, putting us closer to World Series. Now, I need to win this game. I need to continue on pitching with Greg Maddux. Here's Byron Buxton smashing one. This card is an absolute glitch. Byron Buxton is a beast. He gets a lot of perfect hits. He has a nice quick swing, 99 speed, and amazing defense. His hitting is the worst part, and he's hitting over 400, over 450 for me. So I'll take that, especially as my 8-hitter. But now we're facing Juan Soto, who already has a home run in the game. Greg Maddux is at about 100 pitches thrown in this ball game. So we need to get something going here. This guy's fouling off everything, and he smashes a changeup out for a solo shot. We still have a 4-run lead, so I'm not too worried about it. I am going to go to Charlie Morton, though, to close this one out. That was a terrible pitch right over the middle of the plate, and he pops it up with Buster Posey. Buster Posey had a big-time double earlier in the game, which allowed him to score a run, but we end up winning that game. We made it to 896 rating. So now we're playing the game for World Series. This is going to be the game. We're facing Chris Sale, and I haven't faced Chris Sale yet at all playing this game this year. So this is going to be a new test. We get the first pitch, good, on an outside slider out of the strike zone, and Mike Trout delivers with a double. So that's a big-time hit to start this game off. I need to capitalize on this run. This is a must, especially in the game for World Series. I have Pablo Sanchez up, and I cannot believe I dropped the PCI there. Missed that fastball, and not only that, I get thrown out by 99 Reggie Jackson on a great play. That was a bang-bang play at third. I maybe not. I got thrown out by half a step or a step and a half. But the next time I was able to get something going, I cashed in the run. But what's important about that last play is it got the confidence up on Chris Sale's confidence meter for hitting into a double play. This opponent takes the lead here with a 2-run shot in the top of the 6th inning. So what I could have done is score that first run, not being stupid, just let my guys hit. I had Joey Gallo coming up to the plate, who is now up right here. And I could have easily just let him hit with the guy on second. Could have possibly done that. This ties the game. This could have been a completely different game if I'm able to score that first run and lower Chris Sale's confidence rather than increasing it by getting hosed out by Reggie Jackson. Anyway, we go back-to-back off of Corey Kluber here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He brought in Kluber off the bench, out of the bullpen, and into the game, and he ended up blowing the game. So that's big time. World Series game against Corey Kluber. That's absolutely insane. And then as a cherry on top for the extra insurance runs, we go deep with Mike Trout. I was sitting on that cutter inside. A lot of people will throw the two-seamer in, the cutter away, and fastballs into Mike Trout in general because he does have kind of that big leg kick. It's tougher to get that PCI up and inside on Hall of Fame difficulty. But we're down to his last out. He gets the PCI up and in and lines one to Tatis. Tatis makes the play, and that was an 85,000 stub game. As I make it to World Series, I get the 30,000 XP. We're at level 91 bronze, so we're close to getting that Reggie Jackson. There's the nameplate and the icon, and then I'm going to go ahead and select Juan Pierre. Ended up selling him for 84,000 stubs, and that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my first World Series run of the year. Peace out.